With RVMax.us, and today we've got a 2008 Country Coach Intrigue 530 Jubilee. This is a 45-foot quad slide beast of a country coach that has been maintained very well. It was garage kept for a solid chunk of its life. Now, this is the Dynamax chassis, of course. Front end here has that very modern last hurrah face that you saw on the country coaches, or that you see on the country coaches, and it has really grown on me over the years. I think it looks great. I think it's ahead of its time. Now, this has these huge, beautiful chrome mirrors up front. I love these elegant, more sleek chrome mirrors, a little skinnier arms. I like that. The mirrors have 3 mirrors on them, so excellent visibility down the sides of the coach through these mirrors. We've got a beautiful one-piece windshield here with this amazing shaping that fits around the fiberglass perfectly, and it's perfectly flush with the fiberglass here too. Looks amazing. The front upper cap has some styling going on. The windshield is in excellent shape. There's one tiny little chip right up here on the windshield, but it's super tiny and it's not going anywhere. We've got a little bit of like kind of just creases, or not cracks, but they almost look like cracks kind of around that corner there, little flaw. Side cameras, of course. All the door handles for the compartments are chromed, and the compartments all shut in a satisfying manner. Now, right down here, we've got our hydraulic system on the right for the slide outs, and then you've got an accessory air pump for the air leveling on the left side. We've also got some HWH controls for slides and general other electronics. And then there's also a switch to put this generator slide out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit that button and let it slide out. And it's just super clean in this compartment. You gotta love that. Everything in here is just in really good shape. Wiring looks good. It's fantastic. All right, I'm not gonna go all the way out that generator slide. We'll go out a little further. Look at that beautiful Caterpillar PowerTech generator. And this beast of a generator will run all 3 air conditioners, no problem, plenty of power, only 835 hours on it too. It runs with a nice little hum up front. Once you're in the back of the coach, you barely hear it. I also love how clean this compartment is up here. All of this stuff up here is actually shut off so you don't get more dust and wind up in the chassis. You can easily remove it if you'd like. Got access to your headlights and all that stuff. Really nice gen slide here. And you've got a great generator too. There's a stainless exhaust pipe for the generator here, and it actually latches in place when the gen slide is all the way retracted, which is super cool. Now we've got LED dock lights on the side of the coach. They've been upgraded. We've got 315 80 22.5 size tires all the way around. They're Toyos. They were always kept covered. We've got these buttons that go around the wheel wells and covers that come with the coach so you can continue the habit of keeping it covered when it's out in use. And these tires have 2019 date codes on them, and they are in good shape. There's no dry rot checking. Of course, there's plenty of tread, and they were always kept covered. We've got seamless slides here. They look beautiful on the side of the coach, and I love the styling that goes down this bus. There's all sorts of things going on with these doors in particular, right behind the front axle. All over the coach, you see this unique stuff. So the styling is back here too. You've got this curvature that goes around the front of the side radiator grille. The grille itself is painted. So right here is our wet bay, finished in stainless. Very proud looking area here. Country Coach badge built into the stainless. The seals look good. Condition is amazing. This stuff doesn't rust. You've got all your connections. Quick disconnect on the black and gray flush for both tanks. Your tank dump comes out of here. You've got an outside shower. I love that you got the spigot with a screw-on nozzle, right? So you can have a hose. And you've also got like the outside sprayer right here too. There's a soap dispenser. There's a storage spot for your sewer hose. It's all kind of slanted here towards these holes, which I like too, so it's going to drain out if you get any water. City water fill. You got filters back there and just access to some of the plumbing. So nice setup. There's also these beautiful little slick LED lights that are built in up here, so it gets well lit at night. And I just love this setup. It's gorgeous. I was going to close that. My gosh, the paint looks so good on this thing. I think there's pretty much no paint checking. If there is any, it's extremely minor. There might be some, but honestly, I don't see any paint checking on this coach. Here's some very light paint checking right here, okay, on this dark garnet stripe. But that is pretty light stuff, all right? And I don't see it in this red. It's really just in that dark garnet. If there is any checking in any other areas, it's extremely minor. It may be there. But yeah, the outside condition of this coach is really top notch for this age. But we hardly see coaches that are in this shape at this age. Anyways, now right here is access to our dual fillable 135 gallon diesel fuel tank. And then down there is a stainless exhaust for our Aquahot 450, which is right there. It's up to date on its service. In fact, the whole coach is up to date on service right now, so it's ready to go. Put your boiler fluid in there on the left. This thing has an electric element too, so you can run it off of that. Clean compartment. And look how easy these compartments close. That's it. Now right here is our one of our pass-through storage compartments with a nice slide tray that'll come out on either side. And look at the carpeting. The carpeting is very clean. Now you're going to see carpeting on the walls of these pass-through storage compartments because of the chassis. So the chassis is a lot more substantial than your typical chassis. And there's a lot more frame rails down here that surround the storage compartments, which add to the frame chassis, add to the frame strength, and overall comfort of the coach as it drives on the road. Another pass-through storage, there's all the covers that go with the coach. There's some magnet shades for the front, I think for the front glass. Extra fold-out chairs. Another big pass-through storage. There's a ton of storage in this thing. Ton of storage. It's super clean down in here too. My gosh, it's such a beautiful bus. Now we've got electric Girard window awnings around the coach. And then you've also got Girard slide-out toppers too. And then the windows are finished in this beautiful, like high-end luxury car reflective tint. I love how it looks. Outside of being practical, it just looks so good, especially on this coach. Now this has a 525 horsepower C13 Caterpillar in the back. It's making a redonkulous amount of torque. It's making like 1,700 pound-feet of torque. It's a tank, a beast. It's also paired to an Allison 4000 series 6-speed transmission in this coach. And then we've got a nice backup camera up top. Now the back styling of these is legendary. The coach looks great. And you've got these chrome finished handles that open up, giving us access to the back of the engine. As you can see, there's excellent access back here. This engine was serviced well. We've got a big steel reservoir for our coolant, which is quite nice. I love the shutoff valves for our fuel filter here. That's also nice. The side radiator fan works beautifully. This engine is in excellent shape. Hoses, clamps look great. I would drive this thing to California and back in 5 seconds for sure. There's also emergency cutoff right up here if it's running. You've got outlets right here. You've got accessory air lines right here with valves on them. And by the way, this is set up for Air Force One. There's an air chuck right down here where our hitch is. Now this has a 15,000 pound tow capacity, which is monstrous. It's a pretty good size. And then you've got your connections down there below. Big Country Coach mud flap back there. I love this built-in painted air intake for the engine up top, built into the side, with a little scooper on the side, just scooping that nice air as you're going down the road. It's super cool. I also love this stainless exhaust pipe that pokes through the fiberglass. And again, just highlighting this body styling. Look at the body styling wrapping around the butt of this coach and around the side. A lot of thought went into this. All right, we're gonna check out the patio side. So this thing has 2 more slides on this side of the coach, of course. And right here, you've got a service center. So you can get to your nice 2 starting batteries, your fuel filters. You got a main cutoff over there, chassis diagnostics, air filter right there, and just in general, excellent, excellent access. You've also got an oil fill right here. And I really love this oil fill because it's actually got a little readout on the reservoir, so you can eyeball the oil reservoir and make sure that you've got enough oil in the coach. This is super cool. You don't have to actually pull the dipstick. Quite convenient. Again, nice shutoff valves here on these fuel intake or these fuel filters. And the engine looks beautiful. All the clamps, everything looks good on this engine. I quite like it. I love a cat in the first place. Also like the little slide tray and the cleanliness of all the metal down here. Also, extra ventilation, why not? All right, I love the grill. It gives it a more bad to the bone look with the grills down the side. And it's also practical. I've got seamless slides here. The paint is in nice shape. This coach actually has disc brakes all around. So front wheels are disc brakes, dually and tag are all disc brakes on this thing. And that totally changes the game as far as the heat and then also the feel. The feel is so nice on these brakes. I've got more docking lights here down the sides of the coach. Right here is our propane tank, and it is a 24-gallon propane tank. You've also got extra emergency little tools down there to get the slides in if you ever need to in an emergency situation. Here's another access port to our side, to our fuel tank. And right here, we've got 4 8D sized AGM batteries in the coach. We've got an inverter up top in this compartment. So those Lifeline 8D batteries are absolutely fantastic. Those are like the gold standard of AGM batteries. Super expensive. 8Ds are the big bus batteries. And then you've also got a nice little extra little analog readout of the voltage, which is quite convenient and thoughtful to have on those coach batteries. Pass-through storage compartment. Again, this is the other side of these compartments that you've already seen. Now right here we do have some extra goodies. So we've got a bunch of manuals. In fact, all the original manuals and documents, coach number and information from Country Coach that goes with the bus. Owner's manuals, look at that, specifically for this coach too. This is coach number 12250, and there's the owner's manual to this particular bus. So you can really familiarize yourself with the coach just by getting in depth with the literature. And again, all of this stuff is specifically for this bus, so it's quite nice to have this. You also have all this touch-up paint that goes with the coach. So again, very thoughtful, detail-oriented ownership that has given us the opportunity to have such an amazing coach that was built in 2008 here today. Now over here we've got our big pass-through storage compartment, and then check this thing out. Super slick pull-out smart TV. So first of all, admire the craftsmanship of this whole thing. This is engineered and crafted quite well, finished with wood out here on the outside, metal piece, carpeted extra piece back here, so once it's pulled out you don't see back into the compartment. Just so well thought out. Even the back mounting plate, by the way, for this TV is the original mounting plate. This TV is not original, but it's the original mounting plate, and the mounting plate is stained just like this cabinetry. Gotta love that. All right, let me pull this out, and this slides out like that. Bada bing, bada, oh, I can't say that. And this just looks so good. There's also a nice little tightener up here so you can tighten it down. This just works so well and it looks so good. Now right above this patio space, we've got this Girard awning. It's painted and mounted on the slide too. So when the slide comes out, it goes out with the slide, so you don't lose patio space because of the slide. And then you've got this nice manual awning. This is like the perfect, I would absolutely take a manual entrance awning over an electric entrance awning all day. And that's what this has. It also has this really nifty feature where you can slide the entire entrance awning forward and back, adjusting where it sets over your entrance door. I mean, pretty ingenious, right? Especially because of this body styling. You know, you don't have that typical flat face. Look at that. It slopes back significantly. Even though this door is extremely wide. I mean, this entrance door is huge. Now, before we step inside and look at the coach with the slides closed, one last thing I want to note on this chassis Yes, it's all tubular steel. The whole upper frame is tubular steel. The walls are tubular steel. The roof is tubular steel. The compartment cage is tubular steel. It's called a true semi-monocoque chassis, and it is a very stiff chassis. It also has independent front suspension and independent tag axle suspension. Very advanced for the time. Now let's go ahead and take a step inside this bus with the slides closed. First of all, admire how wide this entrance step is. Country Coach was excellent about building wide entrance steps. So the step actually gets wider than the door frame itself, even though this is a pretty wide door frame. And then also, the steps themselves have a good bit of depth, right? So they go that way a lot. So it's just easy. You ease into this coach. You also have a lot of space up here with the dash. The dash isn't overcrowding at all. It's a very slick dash. Just a wide entranceway, and it's well finished. You've got this nice tile, but it's one of those entranceways, and Country Coach was good about this. Again, this is my feeling on it, that you just walk in and it's just nice. Like, it's just open and welcoming. From a practical standpoint, you just have so much space. Anyways, let's take a peek at this thing with the slides closed. So this thing has incredible space with the slides closed, especially considering how big it gets. Obviously considering how big it gets when it gets open, because that's always the trade-off there. But this is fantastic. Huge freaking countertop. It's so big. But this space is great. You don't really have to do anything to enjoy it. You can cook. You can get to the fridge, your pantry. You got your bathroom. The shower door, you know, they should have reversed the shower door, because you have to poke this slide out just a couple of inches in order to clear the shower door. If they reversed it, you would have been able to open it. But the space itself is incredible in here. Yeah, you just gotta love it. It feels great. It feels like it was designed with the idea of slides closed travel in mind. That being said, let's go ahead and open up slides. All right, welcome inside. This coach is absolutely beautiful in here. We've got this beautiful tile flooring that is heated, dual zone. And then there are these cool little accent pieces. It's a cool looking pattern. It kind of adds an interesting depth. It's a very interesting accent piece work that they've got going on here. But the floor plan is huge. It's really set up quite comfortably. It's got a lot of different amenities. For example, here on my left, or I'm sorry, your left, we've got a double recliner setup. And this is not just any double recliner setup. This is like a real proper double recliner setup with this huge, beautiful coffee table in the middle that matches the rest of the coach. And then you've got this huge window back behind these two chairs. So it's almost like a sunroom, in addition to being a perfect place to relax, drink coffee in the morning, relax in the evening, read a book, or pull these chairs out a little more, and you got a direct line at that big upgraded Samsung TV that's in the front there. And the TVs are big on this coach, which I quite like, but I really like this area. There's a lot of depth to the slide. The slide is very depthful. There's also this nice surrounding woodwork trim piece, or trim work. So all around this slide and up above me here is this lip of wood. And built into that wood, we've actually got a whole row of LED lights. Very interesting placement of LED lights, highlighting the slide out area instead of letting the slide out become slightly shadowed with the lights up in the ceiling. It's a nice touch. I like that. But anyways, the condition of all the upholstery is like very, very clean upholstery. And there's also this nice little Corian countertop here, little storage, beautiful woodwork, and you kind of get a hint of the front cockpit there. You got all that wood built all around the cockpit, thick, big pieces of wood. It just, I don't know, the wood in here is subtle but also substantial. Now right across from these two recliners, we've got this custom desk. This was actually built by some people that used to work at Country Coach, and they did a beautiful job. You know, absolutely stunning job. It matches nearly perfectly. You would expect to see this from the factory almost. It's actually a hickory countertop here. And they've set up a full, big, proper desk right here. This is just epic. There's storage on both sides here. So we've got adjustable shelves here with the carpeting and all that stuff. And then right here, we've got two sliding drawers, which are quite convenient, all finished out in this beautiful wood too. So those just lock into place. I love the catches on all the cabinets. They've got these nice brass latches instead of the plastic ones. They shut with a satisfaction. Nice hinges too. And then there's another big window right over here behind this desk. The windows are big in this coach, and Country Coach was good about that, and I quite like that about their designs. Again, we've got a whole row of recessed lighting up in here, and then we make our way into the galley space. First of all, look at all this beautiful woodwork here, and then this huge countertop. Got a beautiful backsplash there. Subtle, blends in, matches the coach perfectly with that little trim of the accent tile work in between. Removable Corian inserts, good amount of weight. They're not super heavy. You'd expect them to be super heavy. I mean, they've got some weight to them, but yeah. Nice designer Princess dual burner gas stove. This is the only gas burning thing in the coach, actually, is this stovetop. And that is a big burner. That is like a household stovetop right there. So this sets right into place. Extra little counter space up here. And then check this out. We've got LED lights built into this cabinet down here. So open it up and it automatically kicks on. Looks super slick. You've also got this little extendable drawer here. It's perfect. Lots of storage down below. More automatic lights. That is huge. I could probably hide back in that corner over there. It's ridiculously big. And you've got more. I mean, this is crazy. And I love these cabinets. They don't just open and they're cavernous. They've got some that are super cavernous, and then they've got a lot of these slide-out drawers here too. Automatic lights everywhere. So much storage. Carpeting is clean down there. And then right here you've got 3 drawers that feel and roll perfectly. And then of course up here you've got all this extra cabinet storage, all kinds of stuff. Extra filters for the refrigerator because it's got filtered water. And then right here we've got our big dual sink here, built in with Corian. It's not stainless, but I actually kind of like the look. The white offsets on this countertop, pretty cool. And then you've got this extendable thing. This is essential. At least a clean pot. We've also got a nice stainless finished microwave convection oven here. Nice, these work beautifully. Lots of lighting in here too. There's extra little lights underneath right above the sink. Now across from the galley, we've got our dining table. I love the countertop that surrounds this dining table. It's really wide, and I love that they really made an effort to actually build this out. So you've got cabinet work here and Corian that surrounds it, and it just makes it feel more like a home. I don't know what that is to me. I just really like that. It's just extra too. You know, it's something about seeing them do all of that just to, you know, designate this little area, give you some more countertop space and some more storage too. But yeah, to go all that way just to put that there, right? It's super cool to see because they didn't need extra storage or countertop space. Storage up above here, big window. I love sitting in this coach because the windows are excellent. That's a problem on some older coaches you'll see, but not this one. Now this will extend right here, and we've got 2 fold-out chairs so you can easily seat 4 people. There's storage back behind there, and the carpeting is very clean on that slide-out too. And then there's these extra little cubby holes. By the way, this little extra countertop piece here, gotta love it. This adds to the depth of the coach. Now right in here, first on the right, we've got this pantry. Upgraded automatic LED lights kick on as soon as you open this door. Slide trays, beautifully clean carpeting there, and just a massive amount of storage. I love those LED lights. And then we've got our household refrigerator. Built-in filtered water, ice maker, and it's absolutely massive. It's a proper household setup. With built-in latches, so it latches automatically as soon as you close it. It's not like you got to worry about a latch. You just make sure it's closed completely like you would normally always do. Fantastic fan control. There is a fantastic fan for the galley space. And there's so many little details. I'm like, wait, I forgot to talk about that big accent piece on the roof. The ceilings have these big trim pieces. I'll show you an example. Obviously, you saw it up in the front. Here's the rear accent piece. They've got wood built into it. They've got this beautiful fiberglass painted with like an automotive paint that goes perfectly in here. It's like a cream white paint. I love the subtlety because you got leather, wood. It's not like too in your face, but it's subtle. It adds to the poshness. It more flows with the coach rather than kind of distracting you from the coach. But in addition to looking really nice, they're also practical. They make the air conditioners quieter. They're more suppressed up there. And that's why we've got an air running. You probably barely hear it. But anyways, before we talk about our bedroom, let's highlight this space. So this is our bathroom. It's very big. It actually extends with the slide out, which is super cool, as you saw earlier. So you get this massive countertop, nice backsplash. I also like the sink. It's got a built-in emergency drain. And then you can see there's just more texturing in it than your typical Corian bowl. It's just a nice bowl. Like a designer faucet here, looks nice. There's a ton of storage down below, as you would imagine. And then let's test out our shower. By the way, these latches are the best. It's just like the fridge. Every time you shut this door, which you normally do anyways while you're parked, it latches. All right, here is our shower. Love this drain. These are so hard to get clogged. They're very nice if you got thick hair like me. You've got a nice skylight letting in a lot of natural light. This tiling is gorgeous. Also, very interesting high polished Corian. This Corian is interesting too. I really like it. It offsets the texturing on this accent work here very well. Built in out of Corian with drain holes in it. You got these two little spots so you can keep your soap and everything. Really like that. A lot of space in here. There's even an extra LED light in here. And then you've got this nice built-in faucet, shower faucet. So good amount of space in the shower, glass enclosed. Can't complain, it's nice. Now right over here is where we've got our toilet. So you've got a push button Tecma toilet here. Fantastic fan in here too. Got a built-in sink, backsplash, same faucet. The amount of wood in here is crazy, like this whole wall. It reminds me of a Monaco, but it's just like in their own country coach style. A lot of space to sit on the toilet. I like that it's a pocket door. And by the way, this pocket door has a full body mirror on this side of it. How about that side? No, that side's regular door. So it's got a full body mirror so you can see yourself and get dressed in here if you'd like. If you're like back here just getting ready or something, or if you have guests in here or something. I'm gonna latch that. Now right here is our main control panel. This is the fun part, or one of the fun parts. We've got a Silverleaf touchscreen control. This is gonna look like Back to the Future, right? It's kind of crazy seeing this in this coach. So you can check out everything. You can see your AC power, DC power. You can turn on your water pump. You start your generator. It will show you outside temperature, your thermostat through this thing. And you can see your tanks here, all that set automatic gen start voltage. This is a really nice little setup, simple. And then you got your thermostat here for 3 roof airs, dual zone, tile heat, front zone, rear zone. Front zone thermostat was replaced. We've got our slide out control here. I love this. So this is showing your 2 lines of AC power coming in the coach. It's also showing our draw. So we're drawing up 20 amps right now, running an air conditioner. And then over here is showing your inverter, what it's drawing and what it's got coming in for AC power. So this is really cool. This is like an old school bus. Like you can buy an old Prevo bus and it's gonna have like an analog version of this. This is digital, but it's really nice having a constant readout of your electricals like that. Let me tell you, when I'm out camping, I would love this. I love that. I love coming in and seeing what's up, seeing what's being drawn, all that good stuff. Thermostat, of course, we discussed that, and that's everything. You got aqua hot control down here, which does have an electric element and engine preheat. That's a diagnostic port for the Omniscope to talk to this Silverleaf. Right down here, main breaker center, main fuses, straightforward. Most all coaches are gonna have that, but this is all in a nice little centralized area. Now we do have a pocket door that completely shuts off this bedroom. Big king bed, big TV, love the countertop. It feels so modern and elegant in here. I could live in here for sure. Carpet's clean. We do have a washer and dryer stack here. I love the built-in LEDs that kick on when you open this door. Lock this back in place. And I also like how they've done this. There's no like bar right here in the middle. It's just all open when you open that. Now this is our king size bed. This is a huge bed, big countertops on both sides, storage up top. I love that headboard. Oh, you got a window right over here, and just like the view, like when you sit back and just look, you got the TV up, you got a big window over there. It just feels like, I don't know, there's something about this bedroom that feels like a really high-end like hotel. That's the vibe I get, especially with that whole entertainment center set up over there. But anyways, back here we've got our wardrobe. I love these sliding doors. Oh my gosh, they're so nice. Main control center for our multiplex IntelliTech wiring, which is a great multiplex system. Extra little shelf up top for shoes. Automatic lights that come on. I love all the automatic lights in this thing. There's a lot of storage back here. So you can get to it from both sides. You can get to it from there. You can get to it from here. No problem. Now, I mentioned this. This is like my favorite part of the bedroom. We've got this huge upgraded Samsung Smart TV here. We've got storage up top. There's a receiver here for the Samsung. You can play Blu-ray and all that stuff. And then down here, we've got a countertop full of drawers, outlets. There's so many details to note about this coach. All the shades work great too, by the way. And yeah, it's just an amazing bedroom. Some lucky soul who's watching this video is going to be owning and camping and using this. And we are very blessed to be able to be involved in selling this coach, that's for sure. This is, it feels like an honor to me to be doing a video on this bus, that's for sure. But anyways, let's go. All right, we are on the highway with this coach, and it is very stiff, very strong. The thing is barely affected at all by all the crap that you see on the highway, and that is the big benefit you get out of such a stiff chassis that this coach has. It's phenomenal. I mean, the stability when you deal with all the crap, when you go out west, when you get big winds, when you got trucks flying by you, when you got big bumps and junk in the road, that's where this chassis shines over the others. Now the brakes are phenomenal. Being disc brakes all around, the feel and the strength of them is quite hard to put into words. It's so good. It's just so much more powerful and clean when you use, that would be the word I'd use, powerful and clean. Now the power is immense. In typical cat fashion, the thing shifts quite low, and it just powers forward. I mean, it's brutal the way it torques you forward. It's not like a race car where it throws you back. It's not about the horsepower, right? It's about just the raw grunt strength. Now there are some rattles that you hear up here. Occasionally you'll hear like a little, you'll hear like a little whistling noise. This is gonna happen on pretty much all RVs. There's so many things to rattle and things like that. But yeah, the bus drives phenomenally. And it's just crazy. The amount of stress it can deal with and not care. That's the thing, it just keeps going straight. It goes over all this bumps and all this junk and it's just straight. Doesn't care. And with that, because I could probably talk forever about this coach, especially the way it drives, we're gonna conclude. This is a coach that will let you feel more comfortable doing higher speeds because of the fundamental build quality of it. I also really like the seating perspective up here. The tent is perfect. This is a heck of a bus, and boy, does it turn heads. We just rolled through a Cracker Barrel, and my gosh, we broke some necks. They're gonna have to call the ambulance out there. But thank you guys so much. Peace and love. We'll catch you all in the next one. We're having fun. Let's go.